So, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Ninbits podcast, Suicide Edition. Here we are. We're going to kill off the podcast. It's dead now because we're going to destroy it by talking about something that, well, maybe you probably read the title, but it's going to be the topic that's going to kill us. But let's move from that. Let's move on to the nice things because Nintendo has a lot of nice things like games, and we've been playing some of those. Well, at least I have. What about you, Eric? You been playing anything?
Yeah, by the way, my name is Eric, and this is John.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
I skipped the whole introduction altogether.
Sorry, this is the suicide edition of the podcast. It's bound to happen.
Exactly. But, all right, so I'm sorry, because I was just distraught by that. What was your question?
So what have you been playing? If anything.
Still, I've been playing Final Fantasy Explorers. That's the only thing that I've been playing so far. I'm hoping to finish that soon here, so I can go ahead and move on to a different game altogether. Because I really want to go get Project X Zone 2. You already know me about that game, so
Yep.
That's the next game that I'm gonna go ahead and grab next.
So you only been playing Explorers, nothing else?
Yeah, so far Explorers, and then every once in a while I've been still dabbing on Clash of Clans, but aside from that, that's pretty much it.
Well, in my case, I've been dabbling it still with the Ninja Gaiden. I don't know how you say that thing.
Whatever, it's potato.
In any case, I've been playing that a bit. I keep stopping at the same level because there's this point level that goes super dark. Like there's lighting, like it reveals whenever the lightning falls, it reveals the background, so you can not die. But then the amount of cheap enemies that come out of nowhere, I always quit whenever I'm playing that level.
You rage quit?
Yeah, thankfully the 3DS version has the save feature, which like allows me to just stop at that point.
Cool.
Yeah, so you start it every time, but I just don't do it because I just keep getting mad because like, no, I don't like this level. Why am I playing this still?
That's funny. So what is it called? The save point or checkpoint feature on it?
Well,
right?
it saves automatically at a certain point. Like you stop the game, you out of it, it stops at the point where you left off. Well, not counting the restore feature, which could be a godsend if I suck at later levels. If I ever end up actually going far ahead.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This game kills me, man. It kills me.
Yeah, it lives up to its potential, that's for sure, because it's a hard game, is what I've always heard.
It's probably not as hard as I make it out to be, but I suck at classic games, okay?
Yeah, we talked about it on the last podcast, but these games are a lot harder than they're being made now, that's for sure.
Well, things that I was never one of those NES kids, so I actually started the SNES.
Oh, yeah, the SNES was not too bad. The NES was brutal with those games.
Yeah. And I like that. That's what I like, the balance of the SNES. I can actually do stuff and not die. Also, not waste all of my life trying to beat one game.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm still wasting my time beating one game by playing Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh, God, Chronicles X. So you still haven't finished that, huh?
No, I think I'm about 37 hours in.
Jesus.
I finished chapter 6 just lately, and then got this thing called a Skell. I don't know if you heard about it, but the Skells, yeah.
Like the big old mecha things?
Yeah, the vehicles. So then you gotta finish this test, like 8 missions. You have to do like some random mundane things. It's annoying. And after you do it, they give you the Skell. And then when you get that, they give you insurance. So, cause that thing can get destroyed.
Oh, that's good then.
So, like, if let's say you die in battle, instead of dying in battle, the Skell gets destroyed.
Oh, okay.
And
then with the insurance, you get another one then, right?
Yeah, and then you get 3 pieces of insurance for free. And after those are done, you're fucked because you got to buy it on your own with all your monies.
And I can assume it's pretty expensive. Is that right?
Yeah, it's expensive as hell. I got mine destroyed one, and I got an achievement like, no, my skull.
Oh god. So you haven't actually paid for it yet, right?
Not yet. I only got it destroyed once because I started screwing around and going around checking. And it's like I landed this area level 50 enemies like, nope, I'm out of here, and I jump into the ocean, and then suddenly I know where my skull just blows up.
Oh god, I can't wait to see your rage when it does actually, when you get to the point where you actually have to pay for it.
I'll try not to make it get to that point. So there was also I did this one mission where I had to get this one character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm supposed to take her to this one place all the way to the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
This place called. So there are 5 areas in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So there were 2 that I haven't unlocked yet. So to get this character, I had to go all the way to an area that I didn't have to go to like way later. Like all the way to this volcanic area. So what I did first was like, screw that. I'm not going through that whole patch of the world, which is why I got the skull first before helping her.
Right.
So all I did was go into the skull and just go around the world. It was really cool when you get on the skull and the skull just like jets on the water. And you just go.
Oh.
I just went around a whole continent and into the other one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, but it wasn't fun when like all around there was like enemies like level 60s. So yeah, I spent like a good 10 minutes just trying to get into that world and then nearly getting killed numerous times.
Pretty much trying to avoid all those level 60
yeah, there's a lot of strong enemies. I don't like them.
Jeez, yeah, I remember when I was playing. What was the other one? The one that I just recently played.
Xenoblade Chronicles,
right?
Arena?
Yeah, that's the only one. So when I played that one, I remember the first time I saw something like that. And me not knowing what this was all about, I tried fighting it, and boom, I died instantly, one hit.
Well, it shows the level though.
Yeah, it does, and I just figured I'd just try it anyway, see how much damage I could do. Oh. Nope, that was a big mistake.
By the way, enemies like that, they have red. Their names have red tints.
Yeah.
Those enemies are literally enemies that you cannot damage. You always miss.
Yeah, I noticed after I got killed.
So yeah, I've been chipping at that game, getting some missions done. I'm done with the affinity missions, which are missions which allow you to bond with other characters, or unlock other characters. But basically, they stop you from progressing in the main game. So I'm just done with that, and I'm hoping that doing normal missions will help me not suck.
Right.
Because it's probably gonna get to a point where I have to do those affinity missions just to grind.
I figured it would be getting to that point eventually.
Yeah, which is not gonna be fun, but gotta give it that a shot. So I'm continuing that, and I'm still trying to figure out what game to finish this week, because Ninja Gaiden's not happening.
No, I can tell it's not at this point.
No, all I did was finish Pony Island, so that's out of the way. So,
excuse me.
So with that out of the way, let's get into the news.
News time.
So at first I thought it was not gonna be a lot of news. Turns out I was wrong. So let's start with the biggest news. Well, I think it's the biggest news. It's something that I was not expecting, that Nintendo actually did the thing and released games cheaper. Games like for the Wii, the 3DS, and the Wii U. Like even original Wii games, which, wow, I didn't think they'd care.
Yeah, I didn't think they cared either, but I guess the Wii's still alive and strong. As obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be doing this.
Or on life support, but
yes, on machines right now, barely surviving on its own.
Yeah, pretty much. So like we're getting games. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people already know about the select games. Back in the day, they released a few with the Pikmin's 1 and 2 Wii edition and the original Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, they had the red frame around it, right?
Yep, This ones will be the same. Although I actually was checking out the website where it came from, the information, it was suddenly gone. So I'm guessing that this is something that Nintendo was not planning to release just yet.
Right, I did hear about it. So it was released on a lot of major news outlets too. So I know the information is true.
Yeah, the source was gone though.
Yeah.
For some reason, or Nintendo. Nintendo was the main reason. In any case, there are good games that are gonna be releasing for much less money.
Yep. Let's start with the Wii. What do we have for the Wii?
So Donkey Kong Country returns, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Animal Crossing City Folk, and Super Mario All Stars. The best one of this, I guess, is Super Mario All Stars, because that game was really rare.
Exactly what I was going to go ahead and say. That one became very rare because everybody picked them up because there was a special edition one as well in that red box. I remember I tried to look for that and I could not find that game anywhere anymore. So yes, that's going to be a good one. I probably will be picking that one up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that many Mario games in one game, so I think it's a good buy.
Yeah, I actually had that version.
Which one? The one that I just mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate you. Yeah, I tried to get that version and I just could not find it.
It was everywhere, man.
I didn't think it was going to sell out that quick, and then so I was like, I'll pick it up next week.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up next week, and then it was gone.
Yeah, because it was a special edition. I got it at Walmart, so.
Oh, cool.
So then there's the 3DS, which also gave us Donkey Kong Country 3D. I mean, Country Returns 3D. That's a game with the extra levels.
Right.
Mario Party Island 3D. I don't know why you want that. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. And Yoshi's New Island. Now, counting the games that really don't matter, like Island Tour and Yoshi's New Island, you do get Returns 3D and Ocarina of Time. So,
yeah, that one is good. The Ocarina of Time, because I've seen those games because they haven't been produced anymore or published.
Yeah.
So because of that, these Ocarina of Time games were going for about $50 to $60 online on eBay.
Dude, the game got rare out of nowhere.
It got rare out of nowhere. It just got super rare, and I was like, holy crap, when did this happen? But yeah, that one got pretty rare as well.
Yeah, so I'll probably be picking that up again. I lost my copy, so.
Oh, you lost your copy?
Yeah.
Oh, I still have mine somewhere.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't lose it, but yeah, it's somewhere here.
Yeah, though to be fair, I never finished that game because I couldn't get through the Master Quest. I think I stopped at the Spirit Temple. I was almost done, but like, nah, fuck this. I'm not gonna deal with it.
You just gave up.
Yeah. No, those levels were hard, man. They were hard.
Yeah.
So I didn't deal with it. In other cases, like now for the Wii U, we get more games like Super Mario 3D World, like NES Remix Pack, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Pikmin 3.
Out of those two, I'm really happy about Super Mario 3D World and Pikmin 3. The other ones I really didn't care much about.
I'm pretty sure you didn't even play Returns, did you?
No, I didn't.
Well, Tropical Freeze is a fun one. It's also hard. It's also a hard game. It really gets Donkey Kong Country 2 a run for its money.
Yeah, I never tried that one, and I did try NES. Actually, I have NES Remix Pack, but Donkey Kong Country Tropical, I think I tried it, and then I don't know why I got so bored of it so quickly. It wasn't even because it was hard, because I did go ahead and experience a few levels where they got really hard, but I just didn't get into that game.
It's probably the physics. It's like DK, it's a slower game.
I think that's why. I think I like my game's a little bit more fast paced.
Yeah, because if you try to rush Donkey Kong, you're likely going to die.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Not likely. You are gonna die pretty much.
Yeah, and then Super Mario 3D World, which was still like $50 still even used. So.
Right. Yeah. So that's like another good game there, and it's a good party game too. That's fun to play with other people.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, these games are not going to be like super cheap. I believe it's $29.99 for each one of these games.
Right, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird because like Donkey Kong Country Returns is gonna be $30 still, but the previous titles they released were $19.99. If I'm correct.
Yeah, you're correct. I think that's what's probably more than likely going to happen with the Wii games, right?
Well, the information we got was that it was $29.99 for all of these games, all of them, including the Wii versions.
Really?
And I'm actually confused about the 3DS version. The price is only like a $10 difference.
Yeah, that's not a good deal if you ask me. At that point,
not at all. Because I'm pretty sure you could get.
What I think. What I think they should do is drop the Wii and the 3DS version games down to $19.99, and then keep the Wii U games at $29.99. I think that would be a solid way to do it.
Yeah, we'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
So outside of that good bit of news, we got other bit of news, which about Junichi Masuda, the guy who made the Pokemons for everyone to play. He's going to be attending E3, but he's going to be attending as a guest from the Pokemon company. So I really don't know what he's going to be doing there.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Once again, it is the anniversary for Pokemon, so I mean we didn't get a main title last year, right? So which is the first time in a while. So I think he's got something big coming up this month or this year, and then it's more than likely going to be something that's going to once again be released worldwide in October. Speculation on my behalf, of course, nothing solid there. But that's just what I think they're going to go ahead and do. They have some big plans, especially if he's attending. It's got to be big.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the worldwide release has been a thing now. It's going to continue being a thing. They're not going to stop that because Pokemon is now a international hit. They're not.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to be releasing. Actually, in fact, Aura's released in in the states first, if I'm correct. Last.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did. So the Japs
I,
didn't get us this time.
I think they got it about 1 week or 2 weeks later, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or
I'm
something
not
like
sure. I believe it was a few days later, but the thing is, we got it first, and that's all that matters.
that. Exactly.
Speaking of Pokemon, like we got quite a few details for Pokkén Tournament, like new stuff that was shown. In fact, like numerous outlets have been releasing footage of it. I'm sure you watched some of it, or maybe you haven't. I just realized you're not really interested in the game.
No, so to be honest with you, I was looking through the news and I just saw them and I'm like, not interested, and I just scrolled on.
Yeah, so like they showed a league mode for the Wii U. So like it has different cups. So it sounds a lot like Pokemon Stadium, but said that you just fight normally.
Right.
As like you're just a trainer and you just shoot your Pokemon in and like they just start fighting. Like
Right.
there's 4 leagues: blue, green, red, chrome. I'm guessing that's the order of difficulty.
You're right.
And you'll be able to customize your trainer's character and gender, like the look, like clothes, everything.
Oh, cool.
They also like show like all of this stuff is actually Wii U exclusive. So this was not in the arcade version.
Right.
So like stuff like practice, free training mode, which honestly makes no fucking sense. What's the
They
difference?
pretty much sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's no difference there, really. Practice and free training, okay.
Yeah, we'll probably find out later on. And then
Right.
there's combo though, which it teaches you combos, which I actually like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That means everyone's going to be able to do all those big combos. And apparently just exclusive trainers. Like
What is that?
Well, basically just trainers for that version.
Oh.
So it's probably like going to be like really super difficult trainers.
Oh, okay. That's cool, though.
Yeah, but that's about it. And we got confirmation that the gamepad thing's actually going to be staying. So
really?
like the 2-player thing.
Yeah.
But there is going to be a LAN option which allows you to connect to your Wii U.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool,
So yeah,
too, then.
I actually been forgetting to talk about this, but that's how you'll be able to play 2 players on tournaments and whatnot.
So it sounds like this is going to be pretty competitive. It's going to become one of those esports, you know? That's what it's looking like at this point, at least.
Well, I
But,
wonder.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah.
Well, at least the Pokemon Company is going to keep it alive. I can see
Right.
that for sure. I'm not sure about it staying on the biggest competitive level outside its niche.
We'll see. Yeah, because that'll be interesting to see. I know they're already starting to hold some tournaments. I think there's already talk about Pokkén tournament being on at Evo as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that's likely because Nintendo's sponsoring it.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason it's there. Either Nintendo or the Pokemon Company. I'm not sure which one is.
Well, that makes more sense then.
Well, I'm sure like Nintendo's sponsoring the Smash 4, which is why it's still in.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm still a bit iffy about the game, but I still want to play it because I want to use that God of War. I don't know how to play it, but...
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna want your opinion on that once you get it. It's just because I want to know how it went. I want your opinion versus everybody else's. To be honest with you.
Well, I'm still not like the biggest fighting knowing guy. Like
Yeah, but it's still sometimes fun. I think we talked about this because like I can't say I'm a master at Street Fighter, but I love playing Street Fighter still. You know, just I think you do as well, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah,
it's like that's why I want the PlayStation 4 right now. It's just so I can play that game.
so do I. I want the.
You see what I mean? That's exactly why I want the PlayStation 4 now, just because of that game. And it's not like a game that I'm gonna get so into, but I want to play it, and I know that they're doing the DLC story mode to it. And I'm getting off topic, but that's a game that I want to play.
Yeah,
And,
well, that's going to be free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so at the end of it, I just don't want this game to go the way of Skullgirls.
Oh, right. Just basically, it just gets pushed to the side, so to speak.
Yeah, because that game's still popular with its niche, but it's pretty much like I went online on my Steam version, and basically it's the competitiveness is non-existent.
It's already pretty much dead.
Yeah, it's all dead.
Sad.
It's dead forever.
That's sad.
So a bit of much less sad news, well, depending on how you view it, it's that my Nintendo account and Miitomo are up for pre-registration. So you can go to my Nintendo account and you can register with your Nintendo Network, Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter. And that's it. You can just create your account, like put your name, like your information, and you'll be set to go for when it releases full. It releases in full. And there's Miitomo, which is accepting pre-registrations now, and you get points for registering, and they give you like I believe it's coins for my.
I'm not too sure what they're calling it this time, but you're right. So basically, I know that you can pre-register, right? Just like you said. First of all, the My Nintendo account really doesn't do anything right now. It's just there's really nothing in there. If you go once you register, this is just a lot of editing options about your own account, but there's nothing else.
Yep.
That is it.
Yep.
But the only other thing that you could do is pre-register for Miitomo. And once you pre-register, you'll get an email notification when Miitomo becomes available for Android or iOS. At that point, you'll get the My Nintendo Platinum points, which are going to be part of the Nintendo Rewards program.
Yeah.
Which is a Nintendo account service that is going to launch at the same time as Miitomo. And then you could grab those My Nintendo points, so they're not calling them coins, they're just calling them Nintendo points, that you can then redeem for rewards through My Nintendo. The Nintendo account user basically can just either get physical items, digital items, whatever they have available there. But the weird part about it that I read in the fine print is that those points that you're gonna go ahead and get, those platinum points that you'll get from Miitomo, it will expire 6 months after the launch of My Nintendo. So you got to use them before you lose them, so to speak. These particular points will not carry over like the coins. Yeah, I know, that's what I said. I was kind of distraught about that because I was like, why?
Well, I hope it's only the free points, maybe.
That's what I'm hoping. Only the free points, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen to any other items that you buy and register, and then they have a 6 months expiration. Because me and you were pretty good about this, but we would save up our coins with the old program for something that we wanted in the future. If something awesome came up, we had the coins and available there, and boom, got it. But if all the points are going to expire after 6 months, that's going to be bad.
Yeah. But still confused. Is it points or tickets? Or coins?
I'm sorry?
Is it coins or tickets?
They're just saying points. It doesn't say tickets.
Okay, it's points. So not tickets.
It's just points. And then for those that are still not aware of what Miitomo is, it's basically just an app from Nintendo that quote unquote brings a side of you to your friends that you've never seen before. So it's really almost like what was that game, Tomodachi? Right?
Tomodachi Life?
Yeah, Tomodachi Life. That's the only other. It's kind of like that, but it's more in the mobile version, and you get to go and interact with friends.
So basically, you're one of those people who never get out of your house. You'll be able to have an excuse to.
Yeah, well, a digital excuse.
You never had to get out of your house again. Now you don't have an excuse to.
Nope, exactly.
Go ahead and download it and never leave your computer. In any case.
Ever.
Alright, so moving on from news, because that's it. We got releases. Hey, there's quite a few good things coming out, yes.
What do we got?
Well, not a lot of big ones, but, well, we get two. One is Mega Man Legacy Collection. Oh, well.
Cool.
I hear eating in there. What was that?
What was what?
I hear some crunching.
Are you eating?
No.
It's you. Just kidding. No, I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
That was weird. I gotta start again.
That was weird.
Okay, so Mega Man Legacy Collection, which comes with the Golden Mega Man amiibo. That's coming out, I believe, Tuesday.
The 23rd.
Yeah, so 20 for $30. So it's gonna be the same game as the console versions. It said it's gonna be physical. You're gonna be able to use the Mega Man amiibo to unlock extra challenges, and if you like Mega Man, you're likely getting that.
And it's also the same regular Mega Man dipped in gold paint.
Yeah, it's Golden Mega Man. There's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. It's gold. Get it.
We show you take your parents' wallet and buy all of it.
Yeah, there you go. That's so stupid. Just because Mario did it doesn't mean everybody's gonna. Now, next thing you know, we're gonna have some gold editions, Zeldas and Donkey Kongs and Yoshis. That's gonna be so stupid if they ever go that route.
If ever happens, you can play Garrick on it.
Yes, blame me for it. Send all your emails over to Eric. Blah blah blah.
That's not a real account. In any case,
Anyway,
we then next on, I believe Saturday. Yes, Saturday. It's the Pokemon original games, the crappy games that everybody loves, but I don't.
you suck. It's not crappy. You're awesome. Go away.
Can decide. It's Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Of course, if you had to pick one, I would pick Yellow because you get Pikachu to follow you around, and he makes weird faces when you talk to it.
Did Yellow version work with the damn it, what do you call that? Missing no trick?
I believe it did. Yes.
It did. Do you think they're gonna keep that in the digital version, or do you think they fixed that?
I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about. Like, I don't even know if the Mew trick is going to work either. Because I know that won't work on both versions, on all three versions.
Right. I am so curious to know if that's gonna still stay in the game.
Yeah. All I remember whenever I see these games, it's that speedrun I once watched. Mm-hmm. Like this person trying to speedrun the game and he finishes, I believe, in a little over 2 hours with the full Pokédex. But like glitching the game to death. Like, holy crap! It's amazing to watch. You guys need to check that speedrun. It's amazing.
Yeah. What is it called again?
Huh? Oh, it's a speedrun.
It's a speedrun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's over 2 hours, all 151 Pokemon.
Jeez.
Yeah, but you glitch the Pokemon in basically for the most part. But like the menus are all screwed up. Like things don't look the same. Like so weird.
That sounds interesting, actually.
Yeah, I loved all of it. Yeah, it's just a good watch. Well, I got back to topic. So get those games. They're all $9.99. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a special thing going, so you can get all three cheaper.
You think so? I don't think so.
No, it's Nintendo. They don't like to give us cheap stuff.
No, they'll just all bundle it up into one big package, and it'll be the same price.
Oh crap! I just realized they might actually do that. They might release a physical version with all three of them.
They did it with deals. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think they might end up doing
crap.
later. We'll see.
Well, we'll see what happens. So other smaller titles include Inside My Radio. It actually looks kind of cool. I watched the video for it.
Yeah, I've heard about this. It looks pretty cool. You can slide, jump, and slam it like according to the rhythm. But it looks interesting.
Yeah, it's very visually appealing, which is something that I really enjoy in platformers.
Right.
It's of course, it's $15 to do all that craziness that it seems to be having. And it's I believe let's see, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Which is when the eShop updates.
It's gonna be for the Wii U though, right? Because with those graphics that I
remember seeing. I don't think the 3DS can handle that craziness.
No, it's just very colorful. It's a very colorful game. That's why we're talking about it. If you guys haven't seen it, you can look up a video on it. But it's a very colorful video game.
Yeah. Then there's another game that I honestly, to this point, I have no idea why I included it here, but I'm going to talk about it because it's here. It's just called Toy Defense. It's a strategy game, very simplistic looking. It looks a lot like Advance Wars, but not as good. And it's out the same day for 3DS for $4. So, you'll get what you pay for.
Yeah, I don't like this one. Because these games you can usually get now on your phone for free.
Yeah.
What's that one? Field Runner? Have you heard of that Field Runner game?
Field Runner. What's it about?
Field Runner is exactly Toy Defense. It's one of those games where you build your weapons, and then the enemy takes a certain path, and then those cannons and those weapons start attacking those enemies on your behalf in waves. Okay. Yeah, so and you just upgrade those same weapons or add new weapons as you go. But it's just Field Runner, or there's a lot of games like this out on the mobile versions of video for phones. There's a lot of games exactly like this, and for free.
Yeah, and not to mention the PC has all of the games of this kind.
Yeah, a ton of these ones.
PC has all of them, man.
All of them.
Yeah, every kind of game you may want in this. Like it has it.
Yep.
Hey,
I think there's actually even a Toy Defense 2 coming out, to be honest with you, which is kind of funny.
So you want one of these games, go say, oh no, wait, it's already on your Steam.
Yep.
You had it and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's been there for ages without you even noticing.
Yeah, that's what you get for going to the sales. In any case, we're going to stop for now because it's time for a break. But when we're back, we're going to commit the suicide that is the death of this podcast. When we talk about the topic, which is Nintendo's performance in 2015.
I'm not going to have anything to do with this. It's all John, so I'm just going to go and leave now. Bye, everybody. Just kidding.
Well, in any case, we'll be right back to end it all. We're right back.
Bye.
Alright, so welcome back to the death of everything.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so we're going to start with telling you that we love Nintendo.
We do.
Yeah.
That's why we do this.
Yes. We do it because we love you, baby. So you know. So let's start. 2015 was a weird year for Nintendo. Releasing games that may not have been quite as complete as one may think. They're usually good at releasing full experiences, so when this kind of stuff happens, it's not only noticeable, but you look at them and you think, why? Why are you doing this, man? So we're going to start back, like really far back in 2015. And that's going to be with Mario Party 10. Let's start with that game a bit. So, that was one of those games that, well, it didn't feel complete. Like, there was very few boards, there were just barely anything unlockable. Have you played this game though, Eric?
I have not, but I did see videos on it, and just like you said, it looks very incomplete. Usually the other Mario Party games were a little bit fun and had some element that would, draw you into it. But there was nothing out of the ordinary for this game. It was just very boring from what I could see. It was just, I did not like it at all. But what do you think? Did you see any videos on it yourself or play it?
I saw a lot. Like, it has about the number of boards that you might expect. But,
Right.
like, it has some weird character selection. Like, you unlock some different stuff, but barely anything. And then you get back to the cart, which is like you and other people are inside one thing, and you are controlled by whatever person is doing the thing. Which is actually a bit confusing. The gameplay changed with Mario Party 9. And in actuality, Mario Party 9 is not even remember as much.
No.
Really, Mario Party 8 happened and then boom, hey, Mario Party 10. What happened to 9? We don't know.
It just got lost somewhere.
Yeah. So, like, just in general, like, it feels barren of any actual content. Not to mention, like, unlockables were just awful. Like, you unlock cars and you unlock, like, I believe, only 2 characters. Yeah, like...
That's it? Really?
Yeah,
That's it?
Yeah, you unlock 2 characters and that's about it. And then, like, there's this whole thing that's locked behind Amiibo. A whole section of the game, which... And I believe it doesn't even have minigames.
No, I don't think it does.
No, so just a board game with literally nothing. So, yeah, Mario Party 10 was a disappointment for a lot of people. It's not even funny. It was the first sign, but of course no one really noticed it.
Not yet, because it's still early in the year.
Yep. But then we got something else. It was the second release. Wanna guess what that game is?
Mario Tennis.
No, it's actually back. A little back. It released in May, actually.
In May.
Yes.
I don't remember. What is it?
That'll be Splatoon.
You didn't like Splatoon?
No. I mean, I like Splatoon.
I was like, you just killed us. I quit the show. Bye.
Whatever. You didn't like Splatoon either. In any case,
I haven't even played it, so I can't judge it yet.
you're safe this time. In any case, Splatoon. I'm pretty sure like those people who bought the game at launch saw what was wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with the gameplay. The gameplay was fantastic. It still is fantastic. There's a lot of variety that you can do with the weapons and the stages. But it released with so few stages.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I remember that being the biggest complaint.
Yeah.
And it was just recycle those same stages over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
and then there's a system that only allows you to do certain stages at certain times. Every 2 hours it switches, I believe. So you got to deal with that. And then
God, I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
That's horrible.
yeah, then there was a slow trickling amount of content, which, by the way, all this content is on the disc. The content was on the disc, but it was unlocked via updates.
Right, they just didn't release it on get-go. Yeah.
And then we got the full release of the game around August, which included the matchmaking with friends. Allows you to go, gather with friends, you get private matches.
Hmm.
But this was the thing that I started noticing. Like they released the game early because they didn't have any other game coming out.
Right.
So they waited instead of releasing it in August. They released like the full version of the game, which is like we get everything else. That around that time,
Hmm.
and from then on we started getting new updates, which was better. But I just kind of want you to note why they did that because they didn't have much going on.
Right.
So yeah, that was one game. That was another game. Then we can move on from there to another game, which I like to say is just you said before Mario Tennis.
Oh God. Yeah, I heard so much bad stuff about Mario Tennis. So bad.
So Mario Tennis, it plays like Mario Tennis. It's fun while it lasts, but this probably released with the most abysmal amount of content that you might not even believe. The game, by the way, all of these games I'm talking about, they're all $60.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah, they're all,
Now we're not talking about $19 or $29 here.
yeah. This game should have been actually I believe Mario Tennis was 49.
Still sucks for them.
Yeah,
Price.
it still was expensive for what we got. So
Right.
we got one chord, which you could just change the colors of. Like we didn't get like the cool chords from other games.
Mhm.
There's not really anything else in terms of course like special events and whatnot. We did get online though, which was nice, but the whole game itself feels a little bland.
Yeah, it was just a stripped down Nintendo Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is what I think is what it's called. It's just a stripped down of a Nintendo sports game ever. It's a stripped down to almost nothing. There's a lot of modes that are not there. It's very unimpressive unlockables. It's just the same hook every single time, so it's just repetitive. It's just pretty bad all overall. It was a bad game.
So yeah, everyone already. Well, if you played Mario Tennis on previous consoles, like you know what you're getting in those. Like those are fun. I'm pretty sure you got much less content than, if not just a bit more than Mario Tennis for 64.
Right, but everything was the fun part about the other one is that you got to unlock stuff. This one didn't have anything, and it didn't have any modes. So, like you said, there was really not many unlockables on it whatsoever.
Nope. So this is one of those games that Nintendo clearly rushed to get their
Mm.
market out. So,
Yep.
and likely the reason for this was because they had to delay Star Fox Zero.
Right, they did.
Yeah. So it's likely they delayed Zelda and delayed Star Fox, so they didn't have anything to release. And while Xenoblade Chronicles X is a great game, it isn't really the big selling game that Nintendo would expect.
No, but just like you said, they had to throw something out there, to make it just to look good on paper. I guess you could say, it's like, hey, here's how many Nintendo games we released this year.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they thought, hey, it's a Nintendo game, they'll buy it. People bought
Yeah.
it, but word of mouth quickly spread. The reviews were abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things like that. And that's not talking about the worst game released by Nintendo
Oh,
this
there's
year.
something worse.
Yeah. I'm talking about Chibi-Robo Sip Slash. Ha! You thought I was going for the other one.
Yes, I did
God.
think. I thought. Yep.
I copped your car. No, no, but really, to be fair, the game's not bad, but it's not really anything special. Because Chibi-Robo, if people have played Chibi-Robo, which I'm sure most of you haven't, it's just a robot that cleans stuff. That's basically it. You just clean a house, and you had to recharge your cell, like going back to the socket.
What's sad about this game is that a lot of people were hyped up for it, and then it just turned out to be very stupid and just boring.
Well, it's just like there's nothing to it. Like if there's anything to it, it's a it's a plug from Chibi-Robo
Hmm.
that you could use like to deal with puzzles, but there was really nothing to it. And then they included this really weird thing where like you couldn't go to the next stage. You had to go through a roulette,
Hmm.
and then you could use the special items which allow you to choose wherever you wanted to go. But the things that they forced you to do that, you couldn't. You could
Oh,
actually
okay.
repeat stages if you were not careful.
Right.
Yeah, so no, that's not good. That's not good at all. You literally kill Chibi-Robo, which, by the way, had a really nice set at the Nintendo World Store.
Yeah, and then the amiibo is $4.
Yeah, so if you didn't want to get the game, go get the amiibo alone.
Yeah, it's
Help
cheap,
Chibi-Robo live without having to play that mediocrity. And okay, so let's move on to the big one. The one that everyone knows is crap. You'll hate it. I hate it. Well, I don't really hate it because it has something that I like, but I still don't like it. And that is an Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Stupid.
So this is one of those games that baffle me.
Stupid.
So this is a $60 game, but it comes with two amiibo, which is Isabelle and the other one. Basically, you use those characters to play the game. Which, by the way, that's the only way you can play the game.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I keep yelling stupid.
So you can use the amiibo or the amiibo cards, or to use the different characters. You play this board game, but the board game really has nothing to it. You get, I believe, I forget what they were called because I did play this game, but I already forgot it. I played one match, but that's all it took for me to.
Jeez, yeah, it's just the amiibo integration in this is very cumbersome and hard to play with. It's just very, very annoying. It's an annoying game to play. I just remember watching. I think it was actually someone a famous YouTube channel was playing it on Twitch, and I just remember just watching them and just how agonizing the look on their face was as they were playing it. It was just such a stupid game, very rushed.
Yeah, this is probably the best show of how rushed games are, at least by Nintendo nowadays. But
I guess I'll pick up the game when it's like $2.50 at.
it's not gonna be $2. No matter how bad. So there's the thing about Nintendo. No matter how bad a game is, they're never going to be $10.
Nope. But if I find it for used, I'm sure eventually it'll be used on Craigslist for $2, or probably somebody would just try to get rid of it for free.
Or maybe. I mean, I'm sure those people could get $10 on GameStop. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do.
I'm curious now that you said that. I'm gonna see how much GameStop will give me for that game.
All I want is the Isabelle amiibo. Why do I have to get that game?
Yeah, right. That's so stupid. Just sell the. I bet you could sell more Isabella amiibo than the stupid game itself.
Yeah. But I just want that one amiibo. God damn it.
You still haven't gotten it? Have you looked on? No, I'm sure you can't look anywhere else really because it only comes with the game. So I'm not sure. I'm sure nobody's gonna want to sell it.
Well, actually, there's other versions, which is like the Chisu amiibo, which is the Japanese version on PlayStation, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, but
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, those are a little expensive. I don't deal with that. Too expensive for my taste.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the prime. Just like you said, that is the prime example of why they we think that it was a slow month or slow year I should say is because of that one game and obviously Mario Tennis being the other one. But jeez Louise, man, this is what happens when you start delaying games.
Yes.
This is exactly what happens.
You have nothing, and it's actually trickled into this year with Paper Jam. Which, by the way, is a glitchy. Like it's glitchy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the glitchiest Mario game in years. Actually, there was a recent video released by a YouTuber which showcased a lot of these glitches. Like most of them, of course, were like collision glitches, which allow you to get out of the map and into different areas, like go ahead in the game and stuff like that.
Right.
But the fact that so many glitches in one game, it's just weird.
Yeah, it really is. And you were right, by the way, on GameStop. It's $11.
Ha! Called it.
You're off by $1, sir. But pretty
Whatever.
close.
We ran
I'm
that.
wondering what eBay has it for now. I'm just curious, but yeah, man, I was sad to see how slow it was with Nintendo this year in that regard. But don't get us wrong, there was a lot of good games that also did come out. Like Mario Maker, Triforce Heroes, Majora's Mask. There's a lot of good games that came out, but at the same time, I mean, Nintendo should have just held off on releasing any other games. It would have looked better for them if they just didn't release anything in that regard.
Yeah, they actually didn't release a lot of first-party titles. Most of their content was third-party or second-party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but of course, having been said, there has to be a reason for this.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we are talking about all of these games that are rush or just plain bad, or we try to think of why would they release games like this. Well, we know one of the reasons is, of course, that they didn't have the big games out. But what if there was something else other than that? Like, do you think you have any ideas, Eric?
I mean, the only other reason that I'm thinking, first of all, obviously we talked about the delays, but the other one is the NX. That's the only other thing that I can imagine is that they have they're concentrating all their efforts and all their teams right now into NX and developing games for the NX as launch titles, because with the NX it's coming very soon, and we're gonna get that introduction to it more than likely here on E3 or maybe even before then, and then they're wanting to go and release the NX by the end of this year. So with that being said, I think that they decided to go ahead and concentrate a lot of work on the NX, and maybe that's the reason that they decided, oh shoot guys, we got to go ahead and start working on the NX. Let's set the Wii U aside a little bit and the 3DS and throw some good games at the NX for next year. That's the only other reason I can think of.
Well, there you go. That's exactly the main, like one of the big reasons I was thinking about. So yeah, Nintendo was leaving the Wii U behind just so they can be ready for the NX. I mean, that would explain a lot as to why they haven't been releasing a lot of big games. It's the reason why Triforce Heroes, it's basically the game on the same engine as A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, it is. It's the exact same engine. They decided to just go ahead and erase it and leave the same engine in there and just go ahead and remake a whole different area. But I mean that, and obviously the other thing that Nintendo's concentrating on right now is the mobile applications. So it could be that they have developers also working on mobile applications at the same time. So they just have maybe they just have too much on their plate right now, and they're concentrating on all these new areas and leaving the Wii U and the 3DS a little behind right now.
Yeah, though they really need to focus on that. I mean, this is not a good thing to do, especially with a console that's already struggling on its own.
Right.
The Wii U cannot be without games. I mean, go ahead.
No, I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
Okay, so this year we're getting a few games. So we're getting Persona X Fire Emblem. Sorry, I just like to call it that.
Right.
It looks a lot like that. We're getting that game, which is a big release if you like that sort of stuff. Though Fire Emblem fans are not gonna be very happy with that one.
No.
That being said, it's still a huge one. I know we're getting more releases like Star Fox Zero, which I like to add. It's actually having problems. Have you heard about this?
No, what kind of problems are you?
So developing problems having to do also with Platinum.
No, I didn't hear about that. That's interesting.
So yeah, I didn't actually clear the docket, but basically they're having issues with Platinum. Like I'm guessing there's arguments going around with what stuff's staying, what's living.
That's not good.
Yeah. So apparently, if the game gets delayed again, expect a delay. Don't expect it to come out April, because it might actually happen. So watch out for that. And
what else do we have? I think we also have obviously that untitled Legend of Zelda game coming out this next year, or this year I should say. And then we have Twilight Princess.
Coming out next month.
Yeah,
2
exactly.
weeks actually.
In 2 weeks, yeah. So I'm excited. And then we have Pokken Tournament, as we already talked about as well.
Yep.
So that's coming out here soon too. But that's just for the Wii U that we're naming off. That's not even getting into the 3DS stuff that's coming out this year as well. What do we have for the 3DS this year? I'm trying to remember a few games off the top of my head right now.
I don't think we're getting any first party titles for the 3DS.
Besides Fire Emblem, obviously, right? But
that comes out Friday. It came out Friday.
Right, and then Hyrule Warriors. We're having Hyrule Warriors come out
for the 3DS. Yes.
And then we have Legends, Hyrule Warrior Legends, and then Bravely Second. A lot of people are pretty excited about that.
Yeah, well, that's Square Enix, to be fair.
Yeah, it's published by Nintendo, but yes, it's Square Enix.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Quest is also coming out.
7 and 8.
Yep. And then the infamous Metroid Prime Federation Force as well.
Well, that doesn't have a release date yet, so we'll see what happens.
No release on that. Yeah, that's to be announced.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe they'll fix it up a little bit to make it look a little better. I'm actually not angry about that game, so.
Nah, I'm not either.
So maybe it'll be fun. I'll probably try it out. Sorry, I go by fun, not by Metroid. In any case, well, we can only expect to see more at E3. Not only in terms of NX, but I'm pretty sure we'll see some things Wii U and
I
3DS.
I think E3 this year for Nintendo is going to be huge. Maybe I'm talking out of place with that, but they have a lot on their plate right now. So I'm really curious as to what is on that plate. Again, me and you have talked, and we talked about these release games for 2016, but we haven't even talked about their mobile versions. They're coming up with Mitomo, Pokemon Go, even though it's not a Nintendo thing, it's a Pokemon thing. But they have Pokemon Go coming out. But that's just, I'm just really curious where Nintendo's headed right now. I mean, this E3 is gonna, or obviously they're gonna do their Nintendo Direct again more than likely, but they have a lot of stuff, and that's the other thing, by the way. Where is Nintendo Direct? We need another Nintendo Direct to keep the audience interested right now, right? Because we haven't had one for a while.
Well, last one happened in December, so.
And that was just for Smash, though, right?
Yeah, though they don't really release like directs very often, even with Iwata. Like at most like, every 2-3 months, maybe.
Right, exactly.
Also, they showed a lot of things for next year, for this year actually.
Right.
So don't really expect them to release like that. At least not quite yet. They'll probably release a surprise date and they'll tell us, "Hey, get ready for this." Mm-hmm. But I don't think they really have much to show.
No, they don't. I agree.
Yeah, so they don't really need the E3. If anything, like anything for before E3, anything before that. But we're digressing at this point. We're really going over 2016 now. In general, but all we had to do is wait.
Yep, that's a waiting game. That's the only thing that we have right now for us. But we'll see, man. It's very interesting. Nintendo is just a lot different now. It's very different than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah. So I guess I want to end this topic basically by saying that then just doing a weird thing, like they're kind of trying to get on their feet again. So I guess basically that's the end of this topic.
Yep, that's the end of this topic.
Yes.
Thanks for. Please don't kill us.
Well, honestly, I guess my ending thoughts in all of this is it's not right what Nintendo's doing. It's not a good thing. But I guess I can understand what they're doing.
Yeah, and leaving my 2 cents into it too. Nintendo is known for risks. They love taking risks. Obviously, not everything's going to work out. Look at Virtual Boy. It's not always going to work out, but they take risks, and that's what I like about them. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen here.
So yeah, if anything, just wait for E3, and maybe we'll see something that will rock our socks off.
Maybe.
Oh shit.
Maybe not.
I already lost my socks. In any case.
They're gone.
In any case, that's a wrap, people, and maybe we'll see you next time if this podcast isn't canceled by then.
No, please don't cancel
this. So this has been Jonas, and Eric. So we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.